Beautiful. Good morning. Here at the Here at the Universalist Unitarian Church of Farmington, every day and in every way we bid you welcome. In this community of radical inclusion, we make space for what you believe. Who you are, what you love, who you love, your whole self is welcome here. It is important that you shut up today. Gathering in community is an act of rebellion against isolation and hopelessness. Knowing this to be true, please repeat after me. We are rebels for hope. We are rebels for hope. We are rebels of hope indeed, that we are. My name is Helen Smith. My name is Helen Smith, and I am your service leader today. My pronouns are she and her. If you haven't been able to tell by now, I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. We have 2 sick people in our house, so yeah. Thank you for spending your Sunday morning with us, whether enjoying the service in person or watching online. Please take a moment now to silence your phones, but we encourage you to share your presence with us on social media. We have quite a few announcements today. After today's service, we will have a congregational meeting. Katie Coker is going to talk about it now. Katie, can you come up?
Hello, everyone. It's good to see your faces. I'm Katie Coker, the Executive Board President. We do have a congregational meeting today after service. So please, after the service, use the bathroom, get a drink of water. We'll have a table in the back for you to check in. Our Vice President of Administration, Kyle, who's waving right now, is going to walk us through the ministerial search process. We're also going to talk a little bit about what we learned in the cosmic listening circles, and then we are going to take a vote on the one at-large member of the ministerial search committee. Those that are running is Michael Ancina, right here, and Liz Knight, over there. So we do need a quorum for that vote, so please make sure that you stay and come to attend the congregational meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, Katie. Treats on the Trail is October 26th. Candy donations can be made to the box in Adams Hall. See Becca Seaton if you would like to volunteer to help with the food table, decorating, and cleaning up. Get ready for our Livin' in the Mitten auction. Make your auction donations and register now. The countdown has begun. The opportunity to make your auction donations and complete your registration is here. Please remember that the deadline for all donations is October 26th. We encourage everyone to donate and register by this date to ensure your participation in the event. For your convenience, QR codes have been placed in Adams Hall and the URL provided in your e-blast. And just as an aside, I went to an auction event yesterday hosted by Brian and Karen at the Quaker Graveyard. It was wonderful. Learned a lot. There's actually a direct connection to this church, so it's pretty interesting. In anticipation of the auction, we invite you to visit Adams Hall after October services. Take part in our Michigan map activity by marking your favorite place in Michigan. You are welcome to bring a photo to share or simply use a Post-it note to highlight your chosen location on the map. Remember, the auction's success depends on everyone's involvement. Thank you for your support.
Hello, my name is Argo Kramer, and I am the Religious Education Coordinator for UUCF. As of November, our middle and high school group is seeking an additional volunteer to help facilitate our meetings. This is currently a once-a-month commitment from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. on the 3rd Sunday of each month. I don't think I can really overstate just how rewarding and fulfilling it is to volunteer with this group. I mean, talk about embodying our monthly theme of cultivating compassion. Youth group is an opportunity to do exactly that for the younger members of our congregation. The requirements of this position are that you do not currently have a child who attends teen group and you are willing to be background checked, nothing else. If you are interested in this position or have any questions, please see me after service or shoot me an email at argo.kramer@uufarmington.org. Thank you.
Opportunities for connection this week are Monday night choir, Monday night AA meeting, Tuesday men's lunch, Wednesday at 7 p.m. executive board meeting, Thursday daytimers lunch at noon, Thursday 7 p.m. religious education RE meeting, and Friday 9 to 11 community coffee at the Blue Hat Coffee Cafe in Farmington. A lot of stuff going on here. We begin service by lighting the chalice, which is the symbol of the faith that we share with the words from our mission statement. Please join me in reading our mission statement in unison. We seek answers everywhere, include everyone, live with compassion. Please rise as embody your spirit for our hymn from the great hymnal, number 118, This Little Light of Mine.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Building up a world, I'm gonna let it shine. Building up a world, I'm gonna let it shine. Building up a world, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Argo, and if you are unfamiliar with the Wonder Box, it's a form of object-based learning where an item, a mysterious item, in this box relates to the theme of today and the theme of this month. So, doesn't sound very heavy in there, does it? No. Okay. I have one pride flag, 2 pride flags, 3 pride flags. So, do we notice any differences in these pride flags? Maybe that one has flowers on it, but let's look at these ones. Yeah, Annie? This one has different colors on the top. That's true. So this one is one we might have seen a little while ago. This one is called the Progress Pride Flag. It was made by Daniel Quasser in 2018. It has a couple of different stripes on it. So these stripes up here are the colors of the trans flag. And these stripes down here are to represent marginalized community like Black and brown folks who are in the LGBTQ community. And the chevron is to represent that we're always moving forward. So this is the Progress Pride flag and the flag that we use most often now. And you might have seen this might look familiar as it is what we have hung up over these stairs. And we also will use this all over. And does anyone know why I might have pride flags today? Someone said it. Coming Out Day. It's National Coming Out Day yesterday, and that is what we are talking about today. And now, how do we think cultivating compassion, our theme of the month, and National Coming Out Day could relate to each other? Can we remind, what does compassion mean? Remember, we're being nice to other people, we're sharing what we have, we're extending empathy and kindness to them. So, when someone comes out, do you think it's important to show them compassion? So I bet that's how those two relate, okay? And I bet we're going to talk about it even more in the story we're about to read. So, any youth who want to come up and see the pictures a little bit better, you can come up to the stage. So today, we are reading When We Love Someone, We Sing to Them. But first, I'm going to share 2 definitions to help us understand the book a little better. So this book is about serenadas. Singing is important in this story, but serenadas are a very special form of singing. Serenadas are a Mexican tradition of singing to someone who you love. They are best done early in the morning or late at night because the goal of singing a serenata is to surprise the person you love. Imagine them sleeping peacefully in your bed, and then like a dream, they hear beautiful music as they slowly open their eyes. When they realize where the music is coming from, they get up and see you outside their window or outside their door, singing and smiling. In my imagination, Xochipilli, the Mesoamerican god of creativity and song, is flowing through you when you feel love and sing like this. Like 1,000 flowers blooming, he is bringing joy to the one you love. And the other word is, we're going to talk a little bit about butterflies. So butterflies are also called paplotl by the Nahuatl-speaking people of central Mexico. Some contemporary-speaking queer Latinx people call themselves the Spanish form, mariposa, as a powerful affirmation of femininity and as a way to pay respect to their own process of self-acceptance and transformation. So I'll give you a little secret. There's a lot of butterflies in this story. So anytime where you see a butterfly on a page or I read it, we're going to go like this. As we see a butterfly, okay? When we love someone, Poppy tells me, we sing to them. We send out our love through song. We voice our heartfelt wishes. We craft soft music kisses. And what do you see on this page? We call this a serenata. It's our way to hug with sounds. We call this Xochipilli's joy, when the feelings of blooming flowers and dancing butterflies abound. Like when we sang to Mom last May on Mother's Day, we sang softly in the morning. Do you remember we sang by her pillow, Poppy asks? Do you remember the soft feeling, a love cloud that billowed? I remember, Poppy, I remember. Mom was smiling with her eyes, and we sang gently. She hummed along, breathed in deeply. She touched your neck and whispered sweetly. I promise you, my son, Poppy tells me, when you start to feel the Xochipilli way, I will sing with you. It will be my honor. We will share what's in your heart someday. My heart zoomed like a bird the day we met. My heart fluttered like the wind in the grass when you held my hand. My heart beat as loud as the rain the afternoon we spent together. It's all on this page. And so one day I asked Poppy to help me sing my butterfly song, my serenade for a boy in town, for a boy bright brown who smelled like fresh rain, wet earth, and lemonade. This boy is special, I told Poppy. He makes my heart hum and sing. At school, I never eat lunch without him. At recess, we squeeze together on the swing. Poppy remained quiet after I told him. He sighed, turned his head, and looked out the window. But as soon as I saw where he was staring, I squealed, "Look, Poppy, he lives that way, near the tienda, by the willow." "What song should we sing for your friend?" Poppy asked. I said, "Teach me a song for a boy who loves boys." Poppy thought for a while, and he thought a bit more, saying, "Let's make a new song, a great song, Your Butterfly Garden Lovejoy." Poppy drove me to the boy 3 days later. We practiced my new song, my love song, the whole car ride there. When we parked the car and tuned the guitar, he hugged me and said, "Sing with flair." I cleared my throat and I sang my heart notes and heard a window open, and there he was, Andres, my best friend, his smile the greatest sunrise, my song to him a small love token. What's super small right there? Poppy tells me that my garden inside is sacred and deep-rooted, that it blooms butterflies, papalotl, like no one else's. He says that gardens like mine, even through droughts, have persisted. He says that gardens like mine have always existed. And that's the end. Thank you, guys.
We make space every Sunday for authentic and vulnerable sharing, which helps us build this congregation into beloved community. We invite you to share what's going on in your life, to name your feelings and the people in your heart in need of prayer, good energy, best wishes, and other help. You are welcome to come pick up a stone or stones from the table, infuse or charge it with your joy or sorrow, and place it in the singing bowl, where its energy will ripple out to be held by all of us. We light 3 candles for the intentions that rest in the silent sanctuary of our hearts. One for the joys, one for the sorrows, and one for the strength of the gathered community that can support you and bring you peace.
For our meditation moment today, I wanted us to we talk a lot about being in our bodies, and today I wanted to talk about a time in our life maybe that you want to come back to. So I'm going to do a little bit of a reading about pride parades. So I'd like you to imagine, I don't know how many of you have ever been to a pride parade or participated in one. Who's been in a pride parade? Or participated, attended in any way? Well, we all have different experiences of what the Pride Parade is based on our own life experience, right? And my life experience of being both at a Pride Parade, at Pride festivals, at Pride, sorry, it really chokes me up because I was reflecting on this of coming out like over 30 years ago and what it is like being in a place, like even now when we had the Farmington Pride Festival this past June, and being able to look around and seeing people of so many ages, especially our young people, who are going to grow up, hopefully, in a world with all the work that we are doing, where it is totally normal to be queer, to be just themselves, wherever they are. That's the world that we are working on all the time, no matter what's happening in our current government. So I wanted you to think on, even if you haven't been to a Pride Parade, to imagine a time in your life when you've shown up to a place that totally felt like, wow, this is who I am. I don't have to explain myself to these people. I can just show up and everybody's like excited to see me and I'm excited to see them. And even if they are total strangers to me, like I can be my whole self with them. Try to bring that moment to yourself, to your mind, wherever that might be. If you haven't had that experience in your life, try to imagine what that could be. Maybe there's some place, maybe there's some friends, some place that you would like to experience that with. Try to bring that to your mind, to your body. What would that feel like to walk in that space? I don't know about you, but sometimes, like one of my greatest life experiences was marching in the New York City Pride Parade in 2017. And that was like being surrounded by millions of people who were just excited to be alive and be fully themselves. And no matter what the size or place or anything, like you can be who you are, no apologies. That is what we are striving for. So I would like you to hold that in your mind. If you haven't been to a Pride Parade, there are plenty coming up. The Detroit Pride Parade, put that on your calendar. We're going to be doing that again this year. We're excited to do that with our other congregations because we are together. We build community by showing up and being together. So I would like to read to you this prayer written by Lori Walk, and it's called Everybody's In. So just take this moment into yourself. And I know this one word some of you may flinch at, but that's okay. Just acknowledge you may be uncomfortable with the word, and maybe translate it for yourself. It's up to you. We all get to make our own life choices. Gracious God, is it the glitter? Some people think it's the glitter that makes the Pride Parade like heaven, or wherever it is that makes you feel comfortable and happy. Pearly gates and streets of gold, surely heaven has as much glitter as a Pride Parade. There's definitely enough glitter there to make a person believe that the Pride Parade is like heaven. Some people, of course, do not think the Pride Parade is like heaven. After all, who would let all these people in? Surely there's some kind of form to fill out. One must be given clearance and at least abide by the dress code. Speaking of, what is the dress code for heaven? What documentation is required? Of course, this is the strongest argument that the kingdom of heaven is like the Pride Parade. All are welcome. We don't get to decide who is in and who is out. Everybody's in, everybody. Or maybe it's that the kingdom of heaven is like the Pride Parade because it is a protest against bigotry, against hate, against fear, a protest against being someone you aren't, against the idea that only some of us are worthy, a protest against anything that does not lift up love. That's quite the parable, isn't it? The kingdom of heaven is like the Pride Parade, where all are welcome and love wins. We'll know it by the glitter and the love. Thanks be to God, to the Spirit within you that feels joy and connection to the world. Amen. We're going to sing together number 1031 in your hymnal, teal hymnals. It's called Filled with Loving Kindness. We will sing it through 3 times. It's I, you, and we. Right, Ellen? Okay.
May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be well. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be well. May I be peaceful and at ease. May I be whole. May I be filled with loving kindness. May you be well. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be well. May you be peaceful and at ease. May you be whole. May we be filled with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be filled with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be peaceful and at ease. May we be whole.
When we look in a mirror, we usually just see ourselves. But Unitarian Universalists believe that when we look deeper at ourselves and others, we see something more: worth, dignity, and someone who matters. Compassion means treating everyone with dignity, and sometimes that means helping others and ourselves see their own goodness when they forget. Kind words can be like a mirror that says, "You are seen. You matter." For this activity, we're going to explore how compassion takes the form of not just treating everyone with dignity, but also helping people remember their worth and dignity. To do this, we're going to create a community mirror for our space, a mirror that reflects not just our faces, but our hearts. It will remind us to practice compassion by helping each other feel seen, valued, and loved. When you came into service today, you were given a small yellow sunburst and a pen. If you have not picked up a sunburst, please raise your hand and the usher can bring one to you now.
Anybody not have one? I see Jesse in the back. No, that's not Jesse. That's somebody else behind you. Okay, sorry. Okay.
Now is the time to write a small blessing or affirmation on your paper, which we will put together onto the mirror so we can look into and feel seen and loved. You could write statements starting with the word you, like you are loved, you matter, you can overcome hard things. If you are one of our younger congregants joining us today and do not know how to write, feel free to draw a picture that represents happiness and self-love.
So as you finish them, then you can come on up and we will put them on our community mirror. And if you'd like, I can bring it. Do you want me to bring it up for you? Here. Oh, you didn't write anything on it. Yes, you need to write a blessing on it. There you go.
And now we have our filled mirror, brightly filled of affirmations and blessings to look into and see yourself and feel loved, happiness, and fulfilled.
Thank you all. Before we move on to our offering, we have a special dedication. So there is this, I guess, a campaign or an effort within the Unitarian Universalist denomination called being a welcoming congregation. And so this congregation became a welcoming congregation initially. I wish I remembered the year 90-something. No, okay. 2009. I apologize. Thank you, Barb. So, and then since then, the Multicultural Office of the UUA, they have started a new program where they want congregations to become recertified annually. And so what that means is that every congregation, they do a certain number of services, or they do activities, they do different kinds of service projects or anything, and then that kind of recertifies us every year, although we know we'll do this work anyway, right? So we got the certification on the wall over there. You see one for 2023. And then we didn't actually do as much focus, not last year, but the one before that. Time is a weird thing, right? So, but last year we did. We were like really intentional about it. So we recently got this letter from in July, and from the Reverend Michael J. Crumpler, he's the LGBTQ and Multicultural Programs Director. And so he sends this letter. I'm going to call up Katie and Barb, and they are people who are very much involved in us getting this established here, wherever you want to stand. So Reverend Crumpler writes, "Dear Reverend Karen and members of the Universalist Unitarian Church of Farmington, congratulations. You have successfully completed the 5 practices of welcome renewal for 2025. Sincere congratulations on your ongoing commitment to LGBTQ plus welcome and inclusion in and beyond Farmington Hills, Michigan. It was a pleasure to read about all you have accomplished and the powerful work you have done to ensure that UU Farmington is meeting the needs of queer and trans congregants and the wider community in many different ways." And so then he lists all the ways that we did welcoming worship, like today, the welcoming days of observance, which are a lot. If you follow our social media, which I highly encourage you to do, you'll see a lot of that. We do a welcoming religious education practice. We did a workshop last spring on spiritual practice of transjoy justice. And they put on here, support a welcoming project, and then underneath that is donated to organizers for Farmington Pride, Livonia Pride, and Ferndale Pride. But let's get real, right, Argo? We did a ton of work. This congregation spearheaded the Farmington Pride. So we are very, very proud of that. And so I'm going to present our new certificate to Katie and Barb. And if you would like to say any words about this or anything about our history, you're welcome to do so from the pulpit.
I just wanted to say thank you to all of you, because this certificate was not just Reverend Karen, Barb, and I filling out the form to send to the UUA. It was the work that all of you did to meet those requirements. So it was social justice, taking part in projects. It was people leading worship. It was everyone who showed up to the Trans Joy and Resilience seminar. It was a community effort, and I am proud to say that I am part of this community that really puts in the work. Like, we don't just have certificates on the wall that say we're a welcoming community. We put in the work to renew that every year. So I appreciate all of you.
And I'm just want to say that I'm proud to be a member of a denomination that believes love is love and stands on the side of love and recognizes that. And love wins out over hate.
Thank you.
Our offering words today are from Paul Dalzell. The offering we take each Sunday is an opportunity to recommit to this place and to these people. It is as much a ritual as singing together, lighting our chalice, or reciting our unison affirmation. It is a reminder that that form of love we call generosity. It is how we show that we believe it is important to share Sunday mornings together, to help our community, and to say yes to the values of our faith. You are now invited to participate in the blessing of giving as the ushers come among you to accept the gifts of the congregation. You may also give via online. There's a QR code on the back of the order of service today. Thank you so much. Please join me in reciting the offertory blessing that can be found in your order of service. To the work of creating beloved community within and beyond these walls, we dedicate ourselves and our offerings.
I was really moved when I first read the message for all ages today. I thought it was such a good representation of cultivating compassion for those closest in our support network, who are often those who need it the most. As someone who works with teens and youth, I've heard all kinds of coming out stories. I mean, as someone queer and trans, I have plenty of coming out stories of my own. When someone comes out to you, they are asking you to view them as their whole, authentic self. It is a moment of such vulnerability and bravery for them. And what they are seeking is compassion. It is your responsibility to give that to them. And it is our responsibility to go beyond basic level recognition and into advocacy, to check in when things are scary, to stand up for them when they need it. That is cultivating compassion. Meeting someone sharing with you with grace and acceptance and not shying away from stepping beyond that. I think back to when we were planning the first ever Farmington Pride, which Reverend Karen and myself were greatly involved in, creating the Farmington Area Progressive Alliance, and then spearheading on creating Farmington Pride, which was the first ever Pride that Farmington ever held. Renee Snodgrass also helped a lot with that, who is here today. I remember when I was sitting with my partner at Pride, we were watching kids play, and they were all wearing Pride shirts and carrying trans flags, and we were having these coloring pages that parents were bringing their kids over to do. My partner leans over to me and she said, "I can't even imagine what it would be like to grow up in a family like that." And it was this moment of really recognition that, as Reverend Karen said earlier, we are creating better times. And that is cultivating compassion. That is an exercise in compassion, is creating spaces that are safe spaces for people to grow up and come out in.
Thank you, Argo. Isn't Argo doing such a great job? So at the Ferndale Pride, I was wandering around and then did some quick math in my head and realized that it was 30 years ago that I guess officially, coming out is like an ongoing thing. I could come out again tomorrow to somebody else, who knows. But it could happen in many, many different ways. But I consider 95 when I came out, because that was when I was a student at Wesleyan College in Macon, Georgia. And a group of us started a gay straight organization, and we were like, there was nothing, you know, so we were the first group who wanted to try to create something like this. And it took, you know, several meetings of the governance and talking to the administration, all this stuff, and it took a lot of vulnerability. And you know, like our first meeting was at this, like a cabin in the woods that the school had. And then we got a little closer and a little closer, and eventually we were meeting in one of the rooms on campus, and like, okay, this is what we're doing. And then it did pass. And then the next year, I heard from some students who were currently there the year after us, that they said that incoming students told them that they came because that group was there. That's how I always like remember these stories, like something that takes a lot of vulnerability, and it's kind of scary. I mean, it was scary because I mean, it took me a couple of years even before this 95 to become aware for myself and just say, well, this is, I guess, who I am. But being able to be with others and be really kind of public about it, like, wow, it felt like there was a lot on the line. And but to know that the things that we do impact people far beyond, like the people that came into this school because of what we did, I never know who they are, but it mattered to them, right? That's what we're always doing. It's like, who are we impacting beyond who we actually will ever personally know? And I think about stories about, again, why does it matter? It may feel kind of weird to people who are always hearing about it, like might feel like, oh, you guys are always talking about this, but I'm telling you it matters. So last week, one thing that I do is every month I attend this lunch, the Farmington Area Interfaith Association lunch, and we're all very, very different. We come from very different backgrounds. So there are people who attend who are also with Farmington Public Schools and with the city. And so it's not just faith communities who attend this. So last week I attended, and it was a smaller group because it was not our normal week. I sat down at a table with someone who was from the Farmington Public Schools. And it was just her and I at the table at that moment. And we have hosted it twice since I've been here. And the second time she came in and we had the pride flag up, and people, as they came in, kind of whispered to me, thank you for having your flag up. I think that it makes a difference. People see that. And then because of that, because she had been here a couple of times, then one of her relatives, now I'm hearing the second and third hand, so I'm not sure exactly who this was, but someone that she was connected to reached out and said that they have a child who is trans and is coming out, and that her friend didn't know. Her friend said that their child said to them, I want to go to church, but I don't know where I can go. And the mom was very, she said, I don't know where I can take you. People are mean. I don't know what I can tell you. And the friend said to my friend sitting there, is there any place that you know of? And because she had been to this building twice, she said to this other friend, check out the Universalist Unitarian Church. Now, I didn't explain that we are not, the denomination is Unitarian Universalist, But we are, I said, and so she knew because she had been here twice, and she was sitting there with tears rolling down her face, knowing how the rest of the world can be very mean. And we, as much as we struggle, maybe we're not always 100% getting there. The work that we do, even if that person, they don't even live in this part of the state, we'll never see them. But knowing that what we do, our presence here makes such a difference. About a month ago, I was standing out there just talking to people, welcoming people in. There was a neighbor down the street who drove up and parked, and she came over and she's like, I'm not going to come to service today, but I want you to know how much it matters to me when I see your signs. It really matters. Everything we do, being open and welcoming, the things we say and do, continually making space here for everybody, no matter who it is, matters in the world to people we'll never meet. And that is, I believe, one of our foundational goals in inclusion and welcoming, that we are always making space. And so, for folks who have come out of their lives as GLBTQI somewhere along the line, or maybe you're a cisgender, maybe you're an ally in some way, I wonder if there's a place that you can come out to a friend or a family member as being somebody who is supportive, who the next time you hear somebody say some mean comment, that you can respond back in a positive way. Say, hey, I have friends. I know people individually, and even if I didn't, I still care for and love people, and I don't make life harder for other people. I keep my heart open to what I do not yet know, and I welcome everybody. And I know it's challenging. It's always challenging, but I believe that we can do that by continuing to work together and stay in our discomfort, even when it's kind of scary, even when there are things we don't know or understand. I believe that we can do that, and that is, to me, one of the powers of having a coming out day service, of us coming out as being as welcoming as we possibly can, even when we're not really sure what are we doing. We try anyway. We keep going, and we keep being a beacon of welcome in the Farmington community. Speaking of trying new things that are kind of scary, the congregation, through the Sunday Services Committee, we have purchased a subscription to this UUA has a new virtual hymnal. And so today we are trying it out. We're experimenting. We're always experimenting, right? We're always trying new things. And so today we are going to sing. We're going to put the slides up on the wall here. And Ellen and Christina are going to lead us in singing the song, Wherever You Go, Go with Grace, or Wherever You Go, excuse me. Ellen is going to sing the first verse, and all of us are going to join in on singing the second. Let me get this back up again.
And so on and so on.
And what?
And so on and so on.
Yes. But we are always learning, right? And we can do anything if we're willing to stay in. So this is the song, Wherever You Go. And so, Ellen, if you want to go ahead and sing, and I will move the slides.
Find your truth.
Our final closing words are The Rainbow Blessing by Cricket Hall. Wherever you are on the GLBTQI spectrum, or maybe you're cisgender or straight, wherever it is, this blessing is for you. May the rainbow flag rise up to meet you. May the world rise to accept and embrace you. May the rainbow of love enfold you. May your fluidity never be hindered. If you are trans or non-binary, may your pronouns always be supported and your dead name forgotten. May those you invite into your life remain loyal. May your chosen family lift you up and catch you when you need it. May you be able to catch others when they need it. May you remember sensitivity is not weakness, but instead a great strength welling up inside you. And until we meet again, may you remember that you are loved and you are divine. And please join us in these closing words. And Argo is going to extinguish the chalice. Please join me in the words up on the screen. We extinguish this chalice today, but we know we are building a better world together. We are becoming better people together. We are living our lives together. We don't have to do it alone. Amen.